In today's video, I'm going to break down the top 5 most overpowered plays in all of college football 26 and show you the best setups to use with them to dominate your opponents. Let's get into it. So coming in at number 5 on the list, we're in the Oregon State offensive playbook, and we're going to look at this formation, the gun, bunch, ace, strong offset. The play we're going to look at is corner strike. So corner strike has an extremely unique route that is just a little bit different than other corner routes in this game. You'll see that Brown, number 6, is running it. This corner route can be used against man and zone. You do want to make sure that your bunch side of the formation is on the wide side of the field to give this route more space to work with to the sideline. So there's a few different ways to utilize this route. First of all, if you're just expecting man blitz, one thing I like to do a lot is just block the tight end. If you're tired of playing mid blitz bums, block the tight end. It will save you some problems. You can untarget the user if necessary, but with this, I'm just stemming this corner route all the way down. I like to put this receiver right here in the slot on a post to give myself a route over the middle of the field. Now, what you're going to notice when you stem down this corner route is it just zooms out there. Now, I got a red pass, lovely. That's college football 26 for you right there. But notice how he just zooms out there, and you're able to turn that upfield and score touchdowns. So this is a really good route to just get your opponent out of that cover zero really fast. And another underrated part about this play is the running back route. The running back route out of the backfield is really good, especially when you're playing somebody who is using the guy guarding the running back. He will be open a lot. As you guys can see, this pass, as long as you get an accurate pass, it's money every time. Now, there are other ways to run this against zone. Let me show you now. So if somebody's playing zone, like here's cover 3. Something that I really like against zone is to stem down the corner out and then whip the tight end. I can streak the slot receiver. Now, when I do this, guys, when I put the tight end on a whip, he's going to get open. And the reason why is that stem down corner route, it's so glitchy. It pulls flat zones out there because of how quick breaking it is. Like I said, this is a different corner route than you're going to find in the game in other formations. But the corner route is still open against zone, yes. But what it also does is it pulls the flat zone out, and now I can throw this whip route. Now, I will show you guys how you can still throw the corner route even against zone. And if you're enjoying this content, you want more just like it, hey, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and drop me a like on the video. So you guys can see, you can still throw that against zone, another red pass. But what I really like about it more than anything is how it opens up that tight end whip. Very, very easy read. If somebody stick switches onto the zone to guard the corner, I'll throw the whip and vice versa. So this play is definitely something you're going to want to add into your arsenal. Coming in at number 4 on the list, we're in the gun bunch tight end, and we're going to look at the play mesh. Mesh is such a great play to use to beat any defense, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite setups. Now, this is Arkansas State playbook. If you want my full Arkansas State offensive game plan, it's available for VIP members on Sportsgamerz.com. As always, the link is in the comments and the description. So let's start with man. Now, obviously, mesh is in other playbooks with bunch tight end. I just personally prefer Arkansas State, but if you want to know the best playbooks for bunch tight end, I believe they are Arkansas State and Tulane. Arkansas State has some plays that Tulane doesn't have, and vice versa. It really just depends what you prefer. Now, let's just start with the man blitz. Just kind of like I explained with corner strike, you want the bunch on the wide side of the field. We're going to stem down this corner route all the way. Now, this corner route is not as good as the one out of corner strike. It can still get wide open, but it's not going to every single time. Now, the other thing I prefer to do on this play is I like to short cross the slot receiver. I prefer that over the drag. You could flat the running back or you could block him. I like to use base protection just because, empty is kind of trash. But as you guys can see, this corner route still gets open. It's not as crazy. It doesn't get the crazy speed burst that corner strike does, but, it's definitely still a threat. But what I really like about this play is, real quick, guys, if you want to dominate college football 26 and win more games, sign up for my VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. You'll get access to all my premium content for the entire year, including all my offensive and defensive ebooks, weekly tip updates, and more. I'm running a limited time sale on my yearly membership where you get 7 months for free and 6 bonus ebooks. Over 99% of our members say that they win more games with our tips. Click the link in the description of this video and start winning more games now. You don't have to just rely upon the corner route. Like, there are other good routes, like the tight end and the short cross. They will get open over the middle of the field, and you can really make these cover zero blitz guys pay, because you can't just defend, the corner route. You also have to defend over the middle of the field with some quick reads and also both flats. One thing I like to do a lot against blitzes is just throw it to the flat. 9 times out of 10, the flats are going to be open. Now, what about zone? So this has a specific setup that I really like against zone that is really hard to stop. So most people that play zone, first of all, it's like you need to force them to have a hard flat, and I'll explain why in a second here. We're going to just start with cover 3 without a hard flat. Now, the setup you're going to want to run with this is to stem down the corner. You're then going to put a slot fade right here, a streak to this receiver, and then you're going to go ahead and put the running back on a Texas route out of the backfield. Now, this, slot fade streak stem down corner route concept is something I've shown before, but this play takes it to the next level because you have the tight end coming underneath on the drag and then the Texas route behind it. This is just literally the best spacing you could ask for against zone. And let me just show you how it works. So first of all, like I said, this really forces you to have a hard flat, because if you don't, the tight end drag is going to get open. So if you have cloud flats, purples, or zone drop flats that aren't hard flats, that's going to be open every time. And it's like, as a defense, you don't just want to let somebody just throw to the flat relentlessly on you, because that's just too easy of a throw. As soon as you notice they adjust to stop just the tight end quick throw, then this guy's just going to be wide open on the sideline. And that is a very, very easy throw. Like, all I'm doing is I'm reading the slot corner. Is this a hard flat? What kind of flat is this? I see it is, and we throw this over the top. And the thing that makes this route concept so good is you can't stick switch here, because if you do try to stick switch onto the corner, you're giving up a free touchdown to the slot fade, and then we even have the seam streak. And finally, what makes this play is just unbelievable. And what makes this setup just so unbelievable is, like, the running back out of the backfield is just such an annoying throw to deal with. That's like 5 to 10 yards consistently against zone. It is so frustrating to give that up. Coming in at number 3 on the list, we're in the Notre Dame gun cluster. This formation has some crazy dots, and it is extremely good against the man blitz meta. The play I want to look at is Z-Spot. So what makes Z-Spot so unique? If you want to learn how to make millions of coins for your cut team, check out the Coin Authority on Sportsgamerz.com. Click the link in the description of this video and use coupon code COINS for 10% off your order. It has a route that torches man up the middle, down the middle really, and then a route that torches man on the sideline. So what I'm going to do is simple. I'm going to stem down this post all the way. This S post is such a glitchy route. It kills man, but it's also good against zone too. And then stem down the corner route all the way. This is another very short corner route. Now, if I'm expecting man, I'm just going to drag this outside receiver and block the running back, especially if this is going to be a man blitz. I'm definitely doing that every time. Now, you'll see this short corner runs a very good route, but it actually, goes through a lot of traffic. It's going to run through the defense, and that's going to basically create a lot of separation, just like that. Now, the other route that's really good against man is the stem down S post. This route just torches man. I love it, especially man press, but even off man, as you guys can see, just gets a clean release right down the middle. Easy throw and catch. So, like, right off the bat, you can see there's no way in the world you're playing man on this play. And at the same time, it's going to be difficult to play zone. So, first of all, if I don't need to block the running back to deal with the blitz, I'll just probably wheel or flat the running back, one of the two. I'm still going to stem down the corner, and I'm still going to stem down the post. The big difference here is against something like zone, I'm going to look to do a whip with a drag. So just something like this right here. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to read over the middle with the drag and the post. Like here, you'll see I honestly probably should have went to the post because the hook's going to stay kind of low. But you see the post, that's naked. That is naked over the middle of the field. And it's just a 1-2 read. Like, okay, like, are they going to play the drag or the post? Keep in mind, we have the running back hitting the flat. So when that happens, the flat zones will get pulled out, and that's why I was still able to complete that drag. But you guys can see here, like this post, it runs so fast, it gets open so fast. And the thing is, don't forget, you can work the whip with the corner route. Because remember, this short corner is going to pull flat zones, which then opens up the little whip / zig. Coming in at number 2 on the list, we're in the gun trips tight end Y slot, and we're looking at the play curl flat. Now, curl flat is one of the most easy yet effective plays to run in the game. Year after year, this is a money play. Now, when you're in any sort of trips tight end set, you want the trips to be on the wide side of the field, okay? And there's a few different ways you can run this play. First of all, you can just, if you're expecting man coverage, you could stem down the corner route, and that's going to be a really just easy throw, potentially big yardage. That's really hard to stop if you're playing man, right? Now, the thing is you can't just sit on that corner route because you also have a post and an angle route over the middle, right? So the angle route especially is going to cook out of the backfield. I really love the running back angle routes this year. They are so hard to stop. And he drops the ball, but like you can see, you catch that in a stride, that could be a touchdown. Like, it's going to be a big play. It's going to be a big play. And don't forget, you still have that slot on that post, and you could stem that route down too if you want. And that is another potential big play. But yeah, you can't just man blitz this play. It is too good. So what about zone? Well, there's a few different ways you can run this against zone that are both really, really good, to be honest with you. So let's just look at how easy this is to use against zone. What I tend to do against zone more than anything is I just not curl, but I just drag the tight end. The reason why I just drag the tight end is, as you guys can see, that flat route by the slot receiver pulls the flat zones basically to the sideline, and then this drag is just free, as you guys can see. It's free yards, and tight end drags in this game are very, very consistent. Now, at the same time, if they start to actually play the hard flat area, like, by the way, you can just throw this on the sideline, and it's free yards. It's not a ton, but if they start to play that, then that's going to actually open up more reads. So I actually want to change my zone drops here on defense so you can kind of get a better look at what this would look like if someone adjusted to take away the quick read to the drag over the middle. So, like, let's say that I put my flats and my hooks on, or I should say curl flats, and on 5, right? I want to stop this quick throw, okay? So that's going to open up a few different things. First of all, this is going to be wide open. If you do not drop back over the middle of the field, that post is going to be there each and every time. The other thing that would be open, as I just snapped the ball by accident, but you guys can see the running back is still open, by the way, against zone. It's crazy. But the other thing you could do that's really good is you could stem this curl route up once, or you could just do a comeback. Because a comeback with a flat route is going to be pretty much undefendable on this game against zone. What happens is basically the deep zone is not going to be able to defend either, obviously, so you just read the flat. If there's a hard flat, taking away the quick flat, throw the comeback. If there's a deeper flat, throw the quick flat, right? But if there's a deeper flat, the tight end over the middle of the field generally will be your better read, right? So this play is just with 1 or 2 quick hot routes, bam, bam, bam. The reads are great. If you like sending 5 out, even against the blitz, this is definitely a play to look at because all the reads are quick enough that the blitz is not going to be a problem. Coming in at number 1 on the list, we're in the gun Y-off trio close. We're back in Oregon State offensive playbook. I released Oregon State offense in my VIP membership. It is unstoppable on sportsgamerz.com. And I want to look at motion mesh rail. Now, we've talked about this play this year, right? It's a great play. But a lot of people don't understand how good this play really is. I'm going to put my flats on 5 so I can't just simply throw a tight end drag. But with this play, you want the trio on the wide side of the formation because you want this wheel route running to the short side of the field, right? Running to the short side. So there's a few different ways to set this play up that are really good. I like just doing a slot streak and then going with like a post over the middle of the field with that drag. You could block the running back if necessary, but this wheel, it beats man. It beats zone. It's really hard to stop. You can just throw that, and unless they stick switch, that's going to be there. But at the same time, you can't really stick switch because, well, guess what? We have the seam, we have the drag, and we have the post. That's what makes this play so challenging to defend is you got to defend the sideline. You got to defend the flat because we have a tight end drag. You got to defend the seam to the streak. And then, oh, wait a second. Also, you have a post route. So it's almost like a pick your poison situation. There's really nothing good you can do against this. And if you really want to get annoying, if I really want to get annoying, I do something even more. I will either do a Texas or even just send my running back. I'll put him on a curl.